Hey, Earl here. You know what nobody warns you about early retirement? It ain't the money part that gets you. Everybody obsesses over the number. Can I afford it? Is my portfolio big enough? Did I save enough? And those are important questions. I've spent a lot of videos helping you answer them. But the people who actually pull the trigger and walk away from work early, the stuff that catches them off guard has almost nothing to do with a spreadsheet. It's the stuff nobody puts in a calculator. And today, I'm going to walk you through 7 of those traps so you can see them coming before they see you. If you're anywhere close to leaving work for good, stick with me on this one, because the difference between a retirement you love and one that sends you crawling back to a cubicle is usually not the math. The first trap is letting a bad week at work make the decision for you. I get it. You've had a Monday so bad it made you want to drive past your job and keep going until you hit the ocean. Your boss said something stupid. The commute took 2 hours. You sat in a meeting that could have been an email about a meeting that shouldn't have existed in the first place. And in that moment you think, I'm done. I've got money saved. I'm out. That feeling is real. But a feeling is not a plan. There's a guy I know named Stuart. Worked dispatch at a trucking company for 18 years. Had a terrible quarter, 3 new managers in 4 months, and one Friday afternoon, he just quit. Walked out feeling like a champion. By Tuesday, he was staring at his bank account, realizing he was 2 years short of his number and had no health insurance. Stuart let a bad month make a 30-year decision. The frustration was the spark. And that part is fine. Sparks are good, but you gotta let the numbers make the call, not your blood pressure. Run your freedom formula. Check your gap. Make sure the math works when your head is cool, not when your boss just ruined your lunch. The second trap is retirees insurance, which is the belief that you can always just go back to work if things don't pan out. Sounds reasonable. Sounds safe. It's actually one of the most dangerous assumptions you can make. Because once you've been out of the workforce for 2 or 3 years, getting back in is not like picking up where you left off. Industries move, software changes, people half your age are applying for the same jobs with fresher skills and smaller salary expectations. And let's be honest about something nobody likes to say out loud. Age discrimination is real. It's illegal, but it's real. A 58-year-old with a gap on their resume is not getting the same callbacks as a 35-year-old with current experience. Build your plan so that going back to work is a choice you could make, not a prayer you're counting on. The third trap is one that hits couples hard, and it's the one nobody argues about until it's too late. Your partner might not be ready to retire when you are. I knew a couple, Terrence and Donna. Terrence worked road construction for 26 years. Bad shoulders, worse knees. He hit his number at 54 and wanted out yesterday. Donna managed a daycare she'd built from scratch. It was her identity. She loved those kids. She wasn't ready to walk away, and she didn't want to. Terrence pictured retirement as road trips and lazy mornings together. What he got was solo breakfast and a quiet house, while Donna left for work at 6:30. He wasn't unhappy, but he was lonely in a way he didn't expect. Retirement isn't just a financial plan. It's a household plan. If one of you is free and the other is still on a schedule, the freedom feels different than you imagined. Talk about timing before you hand in your notice. Not just whether you can afford it, but whether both of you are ready for what daily life actually looks like when only one person is retired. Stay with me, because the next trap is the one that messes with your head the most. And if you've spent years being careful with money, you're especially at risk. Hit that like button if this is hitting home so far. The fourth trap is the shift from saving money to spending it. You would think this is the easy part. You saved for decades. Now you get to enjoy it. Except your brain doesn't flip a switch just because your job ended. You spent 20 or 30 years watching that number go up. Every deposit felt like progress. Every milestone felt like winning. And now retirement says the number is supposed to go down. That feels like losing, even when it's the whole point. I know a woman named Colleen who retired at 57 with more than enough. Her portfolio could handle it. Her Social Security was solid. The math checked out 10 different ways, but she couldn't bring herself to spend. She'd sit in a restaurant, look at the menu, and order the cheapest thing, even though she could afford anything on it. She skipped a trip to see her sister in Portland because the flights were $400. $400 from a portfolio that throws off more than that every week in growth. Colleen wasn't broke. She was scared of a feeling, and that feeling was watching the number go backward. If you've been a saver your whole life, give yourself permission to spend before you retire. Practice it. Take the trip. Order the steak. Not because you're being reckless, but because the money is supposed to work for you now. That's the whole deal. You held up your end. Let the money hold up its end. The fifth trap is thinking that surprise expenses retire when you do. They don't. The week you quit your job, your water heater doesn't care. Your transmission doesn't care. Your roof doesn't care. Take a guy named Owen. Retired at 56, feeling great. 3 months in, his furnace died. That was $4,800. 2 months later, his dog needed surgery. $2,200. Then his car needed brakes and rotors. Another $800. In less than 6 months, Owen watched almost $8,000 walk out the door that he never planned for. None of it was a crisis. All of it was uncomfortable. Life keeps sending bills that aren't on any spreadsheet. When you're working, an unexpected bill is annoying. When you're retired, it feels like a threat. The fix is simple, but it takes discipline. Keep a cash cushion outside your investments, 1 to 2 years of expenses in a savings account. You don't touch unless something breaks. We covered this in the 4% rule video as part of the guardrail strategy. That buffer turns a furnace repair from a panic into an inconvenience. The sixth trap is the one that surprised me the most, and it's the one that has nothing to do with money at all. You might not know what to do with yourself. That sounds ridiculous when you're working 50 hours a week and dreaming about freedom. But when every Monday morning belongs to you and nobody is expecting you anywhere, the silence can get loud. Work gives you more than a paycheck. It gives you a schedule, a place to go, people who know your name, problems to solve, a reason to shower before 10. When that disappears, some people thrive and some people sit on the couch wondering why freedom feels so empty. The ones who struggle the most are usually the ones who built their entire identity around their job. If the first thing you say when someone asks who you are is your job title, retirement is going to hit you harder than you think. The fix is something I call the test drive. Before you retire for real, take 2 weeks off and don't go anywhere. Don't plan a vacation. Don't renovate the bathroom. Just live a regular couple of weeks with no job and see what happens. See if you pick up hobbies. See if you call people. See if you feel free or if you feel lost. That 2-week experiment is worth more than a year of daydreaming about retirement because it shows you the version of retirement that's actually waiting for you, not the one in the brochure. The 7th trap is believing the planning stops once you retire. It doesn't. If anything, it shifts into a different gear. When you're working, the plan is simple. Save more, invest, grow the pile. After you retire, the plan gets more detailed. Which account do you pull from first? How do you keep your income low enough to qualify for A, C, A subsidies on your health insurance? When do you start Roth conversions to lower your future tax bill? How do you handle required minimum distributions down the road so the IRS doesn't take a bigger bite than they should? Retirement isn't the end of financial planning. It's the part where the planning actually matters most, because the decisions you make in those first few years can save or cost you tens of thousands of dollars in taxes and healthcare over your lifetime. We've covered some of these in earlier videos, and we'll go deeper on withdrawal strategy soon. But the point is this: don't cross the finish line and throw away the map. The road keeps going. You just need a different set of directions. Here's the thing I want you to walk away with today. Early retirement is not just a math problem with an emotional bonus. It's an emotional problem with a math foundation. The money gets you to the door. But the stuff on the other side of that door, the identity shift, the relationship dynamics, The spend in fear, the surprise expenses, the lack of structure, the ongoing planning, that's what decides whether you love it or regret it. If you're thinking about early retirement, type READY and the trap number that surprised you most in the comments below. Trap 1, Trap 5, Trap 6. Whatever hit you the hardest, write it down. And when you see somebody else's number, give them a thumbs up. We're all trying to walk through that door with our eyes open. Subscribe for more straight talk about retiring on a normal paycheck. No trust funds, no hype, just real talk for real people. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.